We live in a world that's far from heaven, and there are many different types of people in our world. But while most of them are nice and kind people, there are also many toxic people. And when we come across these people, we may just want them to disappear and just like leave our lives. So today, let's talk about the smartest way to deal with toxic people. So firstly, the truth about toxic people. The truth about them is that they are everywhere. So the moment we cut one out or like get rid of one of them, another one shows up, and they can be like anywhere from like work to even family as well. And the thing we have to realize is that we can't change the fact that they're here, because so it's not about them, but it's about you. And toxic people are like a virus, and they only affect a weak immune system and like get into our body then and make us sick. But if you have a strong immune system, and then that means that the virus can't affect you at all. So we should become like unshakable and untouchable, so that even their drama and negativity doesn't register in your world, and you don't even like care to think about them at all. So toxic people have one weapon, which is your reaction only. And if you don't react, then they have nothing like against you. And so if you have power and control of your life, and realize that they don't have any control over you, then they can't do anything to you unless you let them enter your mind, and like unless you actually let their words affect you. So toxic people live for when you snap or break down, and they feed on your frustration and confusion. And the second you give them a reaction, they'll go even further. So for example, it's like if you're walking along like a road and you trip over a stone, then there's no point taking out all of your anger and frustration and like letting your emotions like take over you and just like get mad at the stone, because it won't change anything. So we should just like tell ourselves to be more careful next time and continue walking on. And so like the toxic people will twist reality, and if you get emotional, then they'll just become even worse. But once you stop reacting, they'll lose all influence over you and panic, because they have no power or no control over you anymore. So secondly, why ignoring them works. So ignoring them works because when you stay calm, toxic people will just escalate, and they can feel their grip and their control slipping over you. So they will like scramble and insult you harder and play dirtier. And once they start like getting worse, that's when you know that you're winning. And if you stay even calmer and don't don't try to like defend yourself, or then eventually they're forced to face their own emptiness and their own toxicity. And in an argument, if two people are fighting, the strongest one isn't the one who's yelling the loudest and like making the most comments. The strongest one is the one who can stay calm and control their emotions, so they don't like shout back like the other person and let the emotions like control them. So it's like if you don't feed fuel to the fire, then it's going to burn out itself, because if you don't react to them, and if you don't give fuel to them, eventually, because they have no reaction from you, they will burn out themselves. And so if you don't react, then they have no control. So yeah, we should like control our emotions so that we don't react to them. Third is that we have to be different, because most people live as puppets, and one comment from someone just ruins the whole day, and one person's negativity will drain all of their energy. So they're like a slave to other people's dysfunction and letting the external force dictate their internal world. So that basically they're letting other people judge how they feel. And the way to like overcome this is to strengthen your inner self and understand that seeking approval from others, especially from toxic people, is useless, because they'll never change, and that their words and opinions mean nothing, and that their validation is worthless unless it like comes from like yourself. And so the most dangerous people are the ones that can't be controlled, because they're so confident in their own self that they will never doubt their own ability, so other people can't take advantage of them. And yeah, basically just learn that toxic people don't deserve your energy, and to like take your power back from them. Because they won't change, because they don't actually want healthy relationships or any change or any resolution. They just want control and power. So they don't deserve your emotional investment, because every second you spend trying to fix or reason with them is a second of your life that you'll never get back, and they know that. And most of them are just trying to like waste your time and waste your energy and emotions, and they're just like using you for their own advantage. So my dad told me about his colleague who was like really respected in the whole company, and basically whenever there was an argument or like a disagreement, he would always like count to 10 first to stabilize his emotions and never let it control him, and then deal with the situation logically instead of reacting emotionally, and then to take control of the situation. Fourth is like, how do toxic people think and what are they like? So they want to drain you, and they are committed to misunderstanding you, which is like one of the hardest things to like accept, is that some people in life are just committed to misunderstanding you. And basically they'll twist your words and play the victim even if you try to reason with them, and like they'll just ignore all of the logical reason and still find some way to twist your words into making you the evil one. And so you should stop wasting energy on them, because they're exactly who they want to be, and they have no intention of ever changing. And if they're still in your mind and you still continue thinking about them, then they still win, because they just want to like take control over you. And basically, so you should make them irrelevant, and basically stop expecting closure from them and stop caring about them, because they don't truly apologize. They will only apologize if it means that it'll let you trust them more, and like they'll just use it to their advantage, and they just want control and power. So once, like when I was younger, I was addicted to this like game on my phone, and I'd spend like 5 hours a day on it, like in the summer holidays. And when like eventually my parents took my phone away and my screens, and we did other activities like going for walks and doing like other things instead. But it still took around like 6 months to get rid of even a bit of the addiction. So if it took me like that amount of time to like change one small habit, then how much like effort or time would it take to change someone's whole personality? So they know exactly who they are and what they're doing to try and manipulate you. And I don't think like the toxic people want to change, so we should stop like actually like trying to get them to change. So once like you realize that, and that you should just ignore them, then they'll have a mindset shift where you can realize that you don't owe them anything, and you're allowed to just walk away and refuse to engage with them. Because if you walk away from them, what are you losing? You're just losing like a toxic person who will manipulate you and drain your energy, and that's a good thing, because you're not actually losing anything. And toxic people target people who are empathetic and people who see the best in everyone, because only people who are like really kind and empathetic, or like see the best in everyone, they will actually try to change the toxic people and get more invested emotionally to try and make them into a better person, when they're not actually going to change in the end. And you should realize that you don't need them, and in fact they need you, which is why they continue manipulating you. And once you break free, there will be lots of like stress relief, and you can like develop better skills, like and more personal growth, and get rid of all that exhaustion and spend your mental energy on like other things to reach your goals and yourself, instead of worrying about them. And lastly is how to turn the negativity into success. So basically turn the insult or manipulation into fuel to strengthen yourself, like, and to sharpen yourself. So imagine like you're a knife, and all of their comments and words are just like the stones that you can use to sharpen yourself on, so that you become stronger yourself. And toxic people don't break strong people. Instead, they create stronger people who no longer react to their insults or manipulation. And basically the only like a true revenge is to become someone that they can never touch again. So like live so fully that when you look back, the toxic person is just a lesson and a tool that you use to become who you are, like in the future and to become like a stronger person. So like overall, I think the main lessons from this would just be that toxic people are everywhere, and you should just like ignore them, because you can never truly get rid of them in your life. And it's just like, you know, like when you're walking along the road, as I said before, and they're just a stone, there's no point getting angry at the stone. Instead, just tell yourself to like be careful next time, and just continue on, and just like ignore them. And also just like to like strengthen in your inner self, so that you don't like need their validation, and that their insults won't impact you, and to be able to like control your emotions before you react, so that you can think logically about the decision. So next time in the future, if you ever come across a toxic person, you know how to deal with them. And that's all for today.